There's been a murder.
Single-handedly ruining everyone's childhood right now.
Hi, welcome to the intro. You're just about to skip. And you think I don't know that? You think I don't notice? You think I don't, cry myself to sleep at night? Like, what is it? Is it my voice? Do you need it lower? Or would you like it higher? Like, I can do it. I can do it. I mean, I'm too lazy to commit to it. I'm not gonna lie. But no, for some clarification, there was a trend on Twitter in 2019. Basically, it was called PokeFusion. There's a website where you can randomize or combine two Pokemon together to make a new Pokemon. It was really weird. People were just drawing what they fused. That was in 2019. In 2020, I made an intro to do that in real life with FrankenPlushies. In 2021, I redid the intro because I thought, hey, lockdown's happening. There's another one. Let's do it now. And then I went back to work. And finally, in 2022, it's happened. I did it. Please don't question my sanity on this one, okay? I already questioned it enough. But enjoy! So I am trying to settle the debate of the best starter. We got Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle. Big battle here. We know Bulbasaur wins, okay? We don't judge that, but I'm trying to solve it. And basically what my aim is, just for a little bit of funsies, is I want to combine all three of these into one unit. Basically a Pokemon mutation. Though I will be honest, the thought of cutting up my dear Bulbasaur here is a bit sad. You'll be fine. So we need to essentially work out which part of which Pokemon we want where and in what order. So I'm wondering if we should do a little diagram and plan it out, or if we should just, wing it. Look how cute he is. Look how cute he is. Look at him. I can't cut him up. No. Look at that face. Okay, you know what? I know this was all to do with the, putting all three stars together to try and, so, there's no longer fights over which is the better one. However, while in the store, I saw they also had a Pikachu. And everyone hates Pikachu, right? I don't know what I'm trying to achieve here. But basically, Bulbasaur's not dying today. Alright, we're gonna go get ourselves a Pikachu. Bulbasaur wins, bitch. You can't be fucking serious. Oh my god. Why you do these? Okay, well, we're just gonna have to wait then anyway. Bam! Alright, I had to wait. You guys, wait. You were standing perfectly. Yeah, you're good. You were literally standing fine a second ago. Wait. Just stay. Don't you fucking dare. You fucking bitch. This one is staring directly into my fucking soul. So Bulbasaur is safe. Now I think about it, to be honest, Bulbasaur kind of has like it's a different template. If you look at both Charmander and Squirtle, the design is incredibly similar, going by the arms, the face shape, etc. So they would be easier to combine. Bulbasaur would just make things difficult anyway. So Pikachu is Bulbasaur's replacement, substitute, that's the word. I'm very happy because he's a little bitch. So yeah, we're gonna cut these fuckers up and combine them together for fun.
I'm going to be unsure about how much fabric I'm going to have to play with, so I need to play it safe. So I'm thinking the first things first is probably to detach the parts I want from the body I know I'm not using as a base. So Pikachu I'm not using as a base because obviously, drunk Pikachu check. This fucker can't stand up by himself unless he's leaning on a friend, so he's the first to die. So the main parts I want from him is around the ears and also the tail as well. I also want either the lower half of his face or just the rosy cheeks. And then I'm hoping while I dismantle it I can figure out how much fabric I'll have in the other ones and how much room I have for errors or mistakes. Because if they haven't left me much to play with, this is going to be incredibly difficult. I am torn about using Charmander as a base because his tail takes up so much room. If I was to remove that tail, because obviously I'm not using it, I'm using Pikachu's tail, sewing up all of that might make him misshapen. I'm not sure if I have the confidence to be able to do that and make it look okay. I am using Squirtle's shell, so that might hide some of my errors and mistakes, which I'm all for. Hiding errors and mistakes is good to me. But I think the only thing really to do is to take them apart and hopefully get some insight on how well this is going to go.
Let's start tearing him apart, shall we? I advise anyone who is squeamish to look away now. That was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Part 1 complete.
And you're probably wondering, why is she tearing up Pokemon plushies? Well, I had to live with the fact that my sisters cut off the hair of my Barbies and My Little Ponies, and it's my turn, bitch. I never did that as a kid, okay? I'm an adult now. I get to write my own rules. I'm in charge. This is how we do things, or at least how I do things.
Okie dokie, now that we've finished mutilating Pikachu, we need to see if we can use Charmander as a base model. The main issue is the tail, so we're going to take that off real quick and see if we can fix it, basically. Okay, so I'm thinking I probably could sort of pull these two pieces together, tidy up the edges, and then we can just simply hide the terrible sewing skills with Squirrel shell. I need to make a decision. Do I take the risk or do I play it safe with Squirrel as the base? But with Squirrel, it means I'll get this stomach as well as this shell, which is easy, but I want this stomach. I guess if it all goes wrong, what I could do is I can cut off the stomach with some extra fabric, remove the back completely and reattach everything. So I guess that's not the end of the world. So yeah, I suppose if it doesn't work out, I'll probably be able to fix it. So we'll just go with that for now. That's the plan, if that made any sense at all. This is just fucking mayhem now. I feel like I've just created a crime scene. So the first main thing I want to do is I want to combine these. I like the left side of Squirtle's head a bit better. This side sort of sticks out a little bit, so we're gonna go with this one. Charmander's lip dips in a little bit on this side, so it sort of perfectly matches up. The things I don't like are on opposite sides of the heads, which means I can take the sides I want, which is perfect. So the plan is to completely take it apart first. The seam naturally ends here. I believe that was obviously so the nose could point outwards, so I might fuck up the nose a bit potentially when I attach them, because I do want a perfect line down the middle. But obviously I will not a cat. I will give myself some extra fabric. Instead of cutting straight down, I will go to the side and give myself some extra material, so when I do combine them, it's a bit easier. Let's unstuff these and take them apart, I guess. I already fucked up. I got a bit ahead of myself. I started undoing this for some reason, but that's the side I want, so I don't know why I undid that. I only needed to go directly down the middle. So part of me is debating just using this side, but I feel like his head was misshapen, so I think I'll just sew that back up. I think I'll be fine. We'll be okay. First thing I'm going to do is fix his head, and then I think I'm going to start the sewing from the mouth, just to ensure it actually matches up, because I feel like that's important, and then I'll work out the misshapen head afterwards, because we know that's going to be misshapen, so I don't really give a shit how that turns out, to be honest. But this I want to fix, and that's important. That's not bad, right? I fixed it. A little dimple here. But other than that, not that bad. Also, I can confirm Charmander was the most well put together because he was the hardest to take apart. So I believe Charmander is the manufacturer's favourite.
they spent the most effort on him. Out of Pikachu, Squirtle, and Charmander, more effort was put into Charmander. Of course, that doesn't include Bulbasaur at all. I guarantee you Bulbasaur will win. So if we were to follow the natural stitching, then it would end up matching up like that, and obviously we don't want that, so we're gonna have to change the lining a little bit just to try and get this smile grimace, whatever it turns out to be, just so we have it matching up and the nostrils making sense, really. That's the best I can do. I've tried 3 times. Ugh. I think it turned out okay. There's a little dimple every here and there, but I think once it's stuffed it will look a lot better, and things actually ended up lining up not too bad actually, so that's good. That's very good. But we do have to, first off, we gotta find the ears. Pikachu's just vibing there with no ears. There's his tail. Wait, there's one. He's sitting on them. He's trying to make it so I can't take them. Ears found. Okay, so I do gotta attach these as well though. I'm not sure the best way to do that. Let me see. I'm just gonna have to make a hole in their head, but smaller than I want, just so I have some fabric to sew it up. So I use this for reference about placement and such. Which way round did the ears go? Was it like this? Or was it like this? I don't know. I feel like it's this way. Oh wait, they're facing the same way. That way? I don't even know anymore. I think it's this way because the sewing matches up a bit better. Yeah, that's definitely that ear. Yeah, it was this way. Let me put these down that way so I remember which way they go. I also need to steal his cheeks. I'm not sure how I'm going to get those off. I might just have to stab into his face and cut around and then see how it's actually attached. Because it's like embroidered on the back, so this might be a little bit more difficult. So yeah, let's rip these cheeks off, shall we? Just single-handedly ruining everyone's childhood right now. Okay. Thank you for your contribution, Pikachu. It's much appreciated. Alright, so I don't quite know how to attach this. I cut off as much as the yellow as I could, but any more I've started cutting the red strands. I mean, it's okay because I have red thread. I'm not sure which one to use yet, but I can basically blend it in with the current red and maybe go all the way around to hide the yellow. It's a lot of work, but might be worth it in the end. So I'm thinking about placing it here, just underneath the eye, or just to the side of the eye. Yeah, I think we'll go for it there. You have no idea how much that hurt. I got the hose. This is going too well. I feel like something's gonna go wrong at any moment, but this is actually... I'm pretty impressed with myself. Like, this is low-key going okay. God knows if he'll look right after he's stuffed, but right now he's looking pretty good, you know? So next we gotta do the body. Body is next. Okay, now that the head's done, I need to get onto the tail situation, because that's what I've been avoided because I wanted more. That's what I've been avoiding because I wanted a little more time to think about it, and honestly I haven't come up with any better ideas. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to lift this up to here, make a little slit so this folds down and closes this way. The only issue is that the tail sits vertical, not horizontal, so that's what I gotta figure out. And then most of that sewing will actually naturally hide behind the shell anyway, and that's another thing I need to think about, because the shell I didn't realize was actually Squirtle's entire back, so there was a lot of padding in there. So obviously having both padded, it don't sit very well, so I'm torn between taking out the stuffing of this and then just fitting it to the shape of his back, or I don't really want to take off the whole back and attach it because that'll be near impossible due to the size differences between Squirtle and Squirtle. I'm so tired. I'm sick again as well, so my apologies. So I think I'm gonna have to unstuff this and wing it. Basically wing it, because that's what I've been doing this entire time, and so far it's worked out for me. So let's do it. He now looks significantly shorter, but that's okay. We don't dish short people here. So I restuffed him real quick just to check. So I need to put that
on there. I want it slightly along their head, just for when I sew on their head, I can sort of cover up the final stitching a little bit as well, I think, potentially. I don't know how that's going to work. I also need to think how I'm going to attach this, because it's hard to do inside out, because obviously I'm not going to see its placement. So I can do most of it from the neckline, thankfully. I think I might avoid attaching the arm and leg just so I can get to the shell. And thankfully, because there's not much padding in there, I should still be able to pull it inside out for the leg and the arm. So that's the plan. We'll see if that goes ahead. Okay. Like I said, man, we're winging it. I feel like I should be practicing my evil laughter. If you were expecting me to actually do it, then you can think again. I ain't got time for that. Bitch, it's 2 a.m. I'll probably scare my fucking neighbors. Actually, that makes it almost worth it. I'm being impulsive. I don't know why, I just feel frustrated. I'm getting annoyed. I know I shouldn't work on projects when I'm impulsive. I've already removed the shell, which was about an hour's work to try and figure where the placement on that was going to go. I removed the tags, which I didn't want to do. I could technically attach it with the tags still on, but it was getting in my way. I was getting frustrated, so I removed both. So that's annoying because I didn't want to remove either. I'm technically also doing shit in a different order I said previously, because I don't know, I think I'm just exhausted. I worked 9 days, 9-hour shifts in a row, and I haven't had a break. So I've just been working on this until like 2 a.m. every day. I'm just really tired and apparently impatient, because I want it to look good, but I also want to rest, and I want to get it done. I'm at the point now where I'm like, I just want to work on something different. My interest is waning. It happens, unfortunately. I hyper-focus on something and then I just want it to be over with. And this keeps stepping out and it's driving me insane. Okay, but maybe I'll just try and pop the arm on today, and then I'll put the shell on tomorrow. The shell on the head tomorrow, and then I can start editing. I'm not even sure if I'm going to include this section in the video because it's a bit depressing compared to the rest of it. Well, I guess it lets you guys know I'm an impulsive person. Well, which I'm sure you've seen that before though. Okay, so we've attached the arm, we've attached the shell, we're good to go. It's not as low as I would like, because you can just see all that mess I made earlier. But I needed to leave space for the tail, because obviously, because it's a vertical, I needed space. Otherwise it's gonna be right at the fucking bottom and it's gonna be an inconvenience, and they're just weird placement, and I didn't want weird placement. So this would essentially stick here, and then I would just attach it to the shell like Squirtle's tail was originally. I can't see the original seams. I think Squirtle's original tail was attached here, so that was probably the bottom, but now I've made it the side. So I've even put the shell the wrong way around. But I'm past the point of caring. It's fine, it's fine. It don't matter, it don't matter. I will look at reattaching the tags as well, because I had to take them off in order to attach the arm. I still got Charmander's others. Because I can attach that easily. So I'll get that back on there. But I'll do that at the end when he's fully stuffed and such. So, first things first, tail, then we gotta stuff, and then we gotta attach the head. So 3 points left. So not too bad, we're almost there, thankfully. So that's good, that's really good. Guy, is it literally an inch? Let's get a pen just to mark the line. Alright, so if it's dead on an inch, I should just be able to... Why do I not trust that it's actually an inch? Because it just looks different in comparison. This is where I check everything like 5 fucking times before I do it, because I'm a perfectionist, and I redid one arm 3 fucking times, so I'm not about to redo the shell though, because that was very time consuming. That's fine, I'll leave that. It doesn't matter if it's slightly wonky. I honestly don't care if it's slightly lonky. Okay, just so you know, I just woke up. I don't speak well when I just wake up. I don't do anything well when I just wake up. Okay, I don't trust myself with this. Maybe I'll feel more comfortable if I turn off the camera. So I've cut the hole. That's basically where I'll come to. So I went slightly shorter than an inch just to make sure. And it's good. So I just need to work out an easy way to attach this now, because obviously the shell is an inconvenience again. And I really don't want to detach it again. So I'm just gonna go cry in a corner while I think of an idea. tail's on. Yay! So that's all on now, and I will just attach it to this shell. First things first though, I want to put the stuffing in him, just to make sure the tail sits at a good place. I can still sew the tail on because I still have access to the back, so stuff in the middle won't inconvenience me at all. So let's start stuffing. We are giving my creation life slowly but surely. Make sure the feet are fully stuffed first. Also, you should see how much stuffing I actually have. Look at that. That's only from 2. Pikachu still has all his stuffing inside him, like. So that pile of stuffing you saw is literally just from 2 plushies. Like, I didn't realise there was that much they had shoved inside. So obviously it's got to be quite compact. So I have to make sure I do that so he's still structured and squishy. Let's get this tail on. So the original link was here. Oh, the original sewing was here. Does it go like this? Like this, I guess? I guess I'm Fred. I don't have yellow, annoyingly, so I've been using cream this entire time. Oh, look at that. Straight fucking through. I hear ya, man. Hear ya. Ow. That was my finger. There's one there that already looks loose because I haven't pulled it tight enough. Rather than going back and redoing everything, I'm just going to put one more loop through and make sure that one's tight. So then it essentially hides the looser one. It's a bit cheatsy, but it just saves me going all the way fucking back and doing it all over again. Just going to cut this off Pikachu. And this off Charmander. I want to stash these. So we're going to pop these, hopefully in here. I think that thread I just did might have inconvenienced me. So the original tags of Charmander and Pikachu are in there, along with some additional stuffing I've just shoved in there real quick. Now we just got the head left. We're almost done. That's amazing. Ah, yes. Can't wait. So I wanted to do the back of the head last to sort of hide the sewing beneath here, but I also need to attach this to the back of the head. So I actually feel like I need to do this part first, just to the seams here, attach the back of the shell while I have access to the back of the head still, because obviously this front bit will be open. Oh, random hiccup, my apologies. Because I'll be able to get in and out through here for the shell. And then I need to probably either bring it in and try and hide my work here, or go from one side to the other and hide it in the corner. Unfortunately, it is going to have to be at the front. I can't think of any other way to do it. I mean, this is not something I do regularly. I've sewn once in my life. This is like, or maybe 3 times. This is probably the 3rd time I've ever done a sewing project, so I'm getting distracted. It's because I'm avoiding it. Near the end of big projects, I tend to procrastinate a lot, because it's near the end, getting something wrong is a lot more damaging to how you feel about the project, more so when you do a mistake early on. If you do a mistake earlier on, it's easier to fix. If you do a mistake later on, it's a lot more frustrating. So I end up procrastinating a hell of a lot, but we are almost there. I'm gonna be so fucking happy when this is done, because it's actually turning out pretty nice. Kinda like it. This side is a lot neater than this one, but who's gonna be staring at his ass anyway? I will attach this one to here again. I really should design my own, but I don't want to go through that trouble of trying to print one. Maybe that's something I'll do in the future. Well, this angle is slightly cursed. I mean, this whole video is cursed, but we're almost at the point where we're nearing the end. I don't like this sewing, but I don't want to redo it, because I've already redone it twice. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. It's such a difficult angle, and I told myself I wouldn't look anything up. I wanted to try and use my own noggin, so we're just gonna live with it. Okay. We just need to pop more stuff in as much as possible. before we seal them up any further. I stuffed the ears. I stuffed the ears earlier, just to make sure I get it done with points, because I felt like that would be tricky. Overstuffing him. I don't think so. Maybe I just need to move it around a bit. His hand still feels squishy down the end. I'm to like carefully stuffing him a little bit further. I worked out why the neckline weren't going well as well, because when I originally joined up Bulbasaur's and Charmander's face, there was an issue where Bulbasaur's face was larger, so there was a lot of excess fabric on one side. So Charmander is a bit shorter. That was the issue I was having. Loads of visible stitches, because obviously the string was having to pull it together a lot more, and obviously because I'm stuffing it, it's becoming harder. So there might be some visible stitching on the neck, and I don't really necessarily want it at the front, but it seems the best direction to take, and I can't be asked to take off the whole head to fix it, just to let you know. And when I've done this, I'm going to make some sausage rolls because I am hungry. Should I make sausage rolls or order a Five Guys? Ooh, good question. Good question indeed. Pile of stuffing has definitely decreased. I have a feeling he's got more stuffing than a single doll did. He's definitely got more stuffing than required, but I'm sure he'll be fine. He'll just be a thick boy. Or gal. Can't assume genders. 2022. Now that it's stuffed, at least the smile lines up a little bit better than it did before. Where'd my string? Oh, I pulled the string out the needle. No! I'm also not doing a stitch that is as strong as what I was doing on the arms and legs, because I basically need to see the other side to do it. So this is not as well as good a stitch as anything else I have done. Everything else is twice as strong. This is not. So that's also a little bit worrying. I could do it more finely. Ow. Ow. Done that so many times. I could do it more finely and more close together, but like I said, I lose patience eventually. Getting a dead leg. It's not here for too long. Getting a dead leg. I need one of those curved needles. Note to self, if you watch this in the future, get a curved needle, will you, before you do another one? You'll thank me later. For once past, you might have a brain. Who'd have thought? Look at all this visible stitching. Ugh, I hate it, but I don't know how else to do it. I will learn from this though, so it is fine. He's done. Done to the best of my ability, that is. There's still quite a bit of stuff left, so that must, yeah. Oh, the neck annoys me so much. Okay, next time, if I ever do this again, I'm gonna do the head earlier on, and then try and finish down the bottom or on the back. Back makes sense, actually, because if there's nothing on the back, you can just... Yeah, I don't know. Next time I'll look some things up. This time I wanted to see what I can do of my own accord, with my own brain, try and work shit out, even though I don't know how to stitch. But most of the stitching isn't all that bad. Like, it's pretty good. But no, I did a good job. I just wish I had finished off in a different area, because that was just fucking difficult, mate. That was fucking hard. But I'm done. I was gonna give him to my nephew just to terrify my sister a wee little bit, but low-key might keep him. I'm not gonna lie. He's mine now. We're gonna have to find a place for him. Maybe next to Bulbasaur, so we can have his friends back. Bulbasaur's just here. I don't know what to call it, but it is here. I've reattached the tags now as well, so that's all reattached back again, so that's good. So yeah, that's done. Done. And thankfully, because of the books, he has something to lean up on. He's not drunk and falling over like Pikachu was. Ta-da!